think these two guys know what there is to know about foil fencing.
Yeah.
They've seen it all. I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be a very close fight. So it's going to be very interesting. You don't find two more experienced fencers than these two. So I'm not prepared to bet anything.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a very diplomatic answer.
Very open right now. Yeah. So you're probably my guess would be that you will see two fencers who have a great deal of respect for each other. And so
yeah, undoubtedly. I mean, they've grown up in the sport.
Yeah.
Beside
might
each
take
other.
a little bit before it really opens up, before the fight opens up, I think. Let's see.
Nice opener there from CASSARA.
Yeah, he's continuing his calm preparations that we saw against Itkin as well.
I mean, he will be so familiar with KRUSE's fencing that he knows that if he loses control of that preparation at all, he is going to get picked off with the counter-attack of the stop hit.
Yeah.
So he's got to force himself to keep that, keep those small steps, no rush.
Yeah, well, my feeling right now is that CASSARA is expecting these stop hits to come. So he is really, really doing a slow preparation and trying to draw KRUSE into making one of his signature hits. And just, I think CASSARA will try and take the blade like he's doing right there and see if he can land a repost. He's trying to force Richard to go for a counter. Yeah, right there. And a beautiful repost. It's off target, but very good. So I think Richard probably has to put some pressure on, like right there, yeah. He has to put some pressure on kind of CASSARA, because if CASSARA is clearly prepared for Richard KRUSE's counterattacks and stop hits, that's exactly what he's looking for. So Richard obviously have to find a different approach, I think.
Yeah, and he's to offer a little bit more, otherwise it's too predictable.
Yeah, might be. So this slow pressure. Oh, nice.
Nicely timed, yep.
That attack came a little bit as a shock. You're expecting him just to look for Richard to do a counterattack, and then all of a sudden, a little bit of a shock comes around, like this attack.
Big long direct lunge.
Yeah. This is very hard to hit sometimes.
Yeah.
Even the best in the game will agree with that, I'm sure.
He hasn't looked happy with his foil right from the start of the fight. He seemed a bit concerned about it, but it's taken him till, 5 hits in to decide that, we'll get rid of that one and try another.
Oh, another weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the attacks. So I think these attacks are going to be the game changers for Richard.
Yeah, because it breaks CASSARA out of, this sort of current setup, edging forward, looking to draw that counter-attack.
Yeah, because CASSARA can do that all day long.
Yeah.
So Richard really has to stop that from happening too much. Yeah, like that's exactly what he did right there.
Yeah. Straight from Ali, step lunge down the piste. Take the attack.
Yeah, I like that offensive approach that Richard is.
Yeah, he needs that balance to his fencing. I think if he becomes too defensive,
Yeah.
that's a sign for me that he's not feeling right on top of his game. But where he does show willingness to go for the attack more often, that's a really positive sign for his fencing. I always feel.
Yeah, you just can't. I mean, you can say that Richard should attack more, which I think is true, but just attacking against CASSARA, you just can't force it.
Yeah.
You just can't force it against CASSARA. You have to work super hard for it every single time, and you have to find the perfect time to do it. Oh. So court. Oh, beautiful.
Lovely adjustment of distance, just making Sarah's attack fall short, and then slight pause and picks the open target.
That was a perfect textbook example of perfect control of the distance. Like, CASSARA really thought he had it, and he missed by just an inch or so, and then Richard could go for the attack right after that. That was a really good point. So that's what lag now is 7-3 to Richard. He's definitely stopped CASSARA's streak and made it into his own.
Yeah, he has. It's a lead that's now stretching away, 8-3 up.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's still early in the fight.
It is.
But
it's a comfortable lead right now.
Well, certainly would rather be 8-3 up than 8-3 down. I would take that one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Certainly. And he does seem to have, as you say, kind of broken down CASSARA's attack and the pressure that he was applying with a mixture of attacks of his own, good judgment of distance, and that then produces some errors from CASSARA on his preparation as well, so it opens up more opportunities for him.
Yeah. So they call video on this one. I have the feeling that CASSARA should get this point.
He's on his way off the piece, but I think he's still attached when he makes the hit. So yeah,
and he is allowed to have one knee on the strip as he hits, so he should be okay. I think I would.
Yeah, I think it's
giving him that point for sure.
Good video review to go for.
Yeah.
The referee wasn't away for long, so it's quite a quick look.
Yeah, she changed.
Yeah,
I
good
think
call.
that was the right call for sure.
Oh, no, that's interesting.
Richard could probably have made the case that that was the attack, because the attacker is not allowed to make the point if they pass each other. So
yeah, exactly. I thought that CASSARA has passed when he makes his hit.
Yeah.
And while Richard, if he had hit with his riposte while CASSARA was going past and hits him once he's actually passed, then he would have got it.
Yeah.
But I'm a little surprised. But no comment from Richard. Everybody seems happy with the decision.
Yeah. So it's 5-9 now. I think Richard has been very successful at destroying CASSARA's strategy for this match. So I think CASSARA has to come up with a new strategy, and it could maybe be something like trying to get some more blade action going. Go for the blade a little bit more, and because CASSARA is very, very good when you see a lot of blade action. So you don't want to keep it too simple against Richard, because his counter actions are so good. So maybe he can put some more pressure on Richard by doing more blade action. That could be a solution.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, the onus is on CASSARA to find to make the change.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And if there's somebody who's able to do it, it will be CASSARA. Yeah.
So a little more variation in the footwork preparation
Yeah,
there.
I was just gonna say there's a little more change of speed now. It's like CASSARA picked up the speed a little bit in his final attack. Let's see.
So yeah, a couple of slower steps, a little stutter step,
Yeah.
veering it just a little more to what you're guessing, but
Great point control by Richard right there. $10-7. I would have thought that it wouldn't quite have gotten to 10-7 already before the match started, but at this point.
yeah, it's been pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not felt excessive. It's not felt rushed in any way.
No.
But not much in the way of off targets. Not too much in the way of missing.
There have been most of the actions have been a point. Very few like off target actions. Yeah, that is the kind of blade action that I think CASSARA should try and look for, because he is very, very strong when it comes to that.
So referee giving that as
I
Sarah's attack. Richard KRUSE calling for the video review.
My gut feeling is that I would probably have made the same call, but it is a difficult call. It's right there on the boundary. Is it
Yeah.
a tag, or is it who is attacking? Did one of them hesitate a little bit? So I understand why Richard is calling video on that one.
So no change. The hit stands.
It's like CASSARA is trying to. He's homing in on what the right distance is. It's like he's figuring out on what exact distance it is that Richard starts reacting. So it's like CASSARA is landing more of his actions now. He's a little frustrated.
Yeah, I love how expressive his hand actions are with his backhand when he can't quite get the hit that he wants.
Yeah. I have a feeling that CASSARA kinda knows exactly at what point Richard is gonna move. It seems like he knows exactly when to land the action now. Let's see if I'm right. Okay.
Slightly scrappy hit there that Richard KRUSE comes out with.
Well, they all count.
Exactly, yeah, and certainly at this stage of the match, you'll take whatever's coming your way.
Yeah, exactly. They don't all have to be pretty or anything.
Yeah, it's not the how, it's how many.
Yeah, yes, that's very true. That's very true. Yeah. It's frustrating because it's frustrating for CASSARA. He's clearly onto something right, but it's still very, very hard to hit Richard, and so it's frustrating CASSARA. But I think he just needs to stay with this strategy and be super disciplined about it. But then again, you have these attacks from Richard that comes out of nowhere, and I mean, what it does is that it puts a lot of pressure on CASSARA because he just can't. He does not have all the time in the world to prepare, because all of a sudden you just get these super fast attacks from Richard.
Yeah, it creates doubt.
Yeah, it
and
does.
that's that it destroys the effectiveness of your attacks because you're no longer sure that you'll have all that time to choose when to go.
Exactly. This is really, really fast attacks. Yeah, so that's the kind of action that CASSARA have been looking for again and again and again. I've been hitting a lot of odd targets on it, but that's what he's looking for, and he was very successful with this run. Probably going to see more of that.
It does feel a little more like we've gone back to the sort of tactical situation that we were right at the start of the fight.
Oh, beautiful. He fought for that so hard. And Richard he also crossed the back line, so. Yeah, CASSARA really, really fought hard for that point. He's behind with only 2 points now. But I think we're going to see more of those, like, fast attacks from Richard. Yeah, that was exactly what I was talking about.
Again, glorious timing from a co-commentator there. Well done. It's a perfect demonstration there from Richard KRUSE of the kind of really sharp attack that keeps CASSARA guessing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, beautiful counter repost.
Yeah,
beautiful. It's a very good strategy against Richard. I just fear that it might be too late that they're starting to work. Oh boy, they're really fighting hard now.
It has turned into a proper dogfight. They're both going at each other.
It's taking its toll now. They're tired a little bit, I think.
They're not kids anymore, these guys.
No.
This is a long day for them.
It's a very long day. 14-11, so one more point for Richard KRUSE, and he's the winner of the 2018 World Cup in Bonn.
Yeah, he will become.
And there we go.
There it is.
Wow.
A glorious bit of time to finish off, just catching.
Wow.
Sarah on the step forward and a 15-11 win for Richard KRUSE to become.
Yeah, and he won the first World Cup of the season last season as well. That was in Cairo against Foucault.